Hello everyone and welcome to another AdMaths tutorial video. Now I'll be discussing SPM Clone 2003 Form 4 Chapter 3 Quadratic Functions short question. Okay, before that, please like this video to show your support and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Okay, let me read the question now. The quadratic equation x in a bracket x plus 2 close bracket equals to 3px minus 4 has two distinct roots. Find the range of values of p. So this is the requirement of the question. So I hope that you will attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, well done. But if you can't solve this question, no worries. I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions now. Okay, let us start to solve this question. Okay, let me write here the solution. Oh, there's a problem over here. Okay, let me rewrite it again. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to rewrite the whole equation given by the question under here. So x in a bracket x plus 2 equals to 3px minus 4. Okay, this x in a bracket x plus 2 we're going to expand in. So from here you should get x square plus 2x equals to 3px minus 4. Okay, for the next step, what I'm going to do, this 3px minus 4 from the right hand side, you're going to move it to the left hand side. Okay, so from here x square plus 2x minus 3px plus 4 equals to 0. Okay, so for the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to factor out the expression x over here. So from here you should get 2 minus 3p in a bracket x. Okay, so from here you should get x square plus in a bracket 2 minus 3p, okay, close bracket, x plus with 4 equals to 0. Okay, so this is your first step, guys. Okay, as you can see here, we have already expressed this in terms of the general form of quadratic equation, which is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, so let us proceed to fulfill the requirement of the question, which is they ask us to find the range of values of p. Okay, so how to find the range of values of p? So let us take a look the information which given by the question. The quadratic equation has two distinct roots. Okay, so I want you to take a close look at this hint, guys. Okay, all right, let me undo this. Two distinct roots. So we're going to use this information to find the values of p. Okay, so from here we're going to use the discriminant b square minus 4ac more than 0. Okay, since it has two distinct roots. Okay, by the way, two distinct root means, for example, let's say your first root is 1, your second root will be 2. Okay, it won't be 1 again. Okay, just for your explanation. Okay, let me underline this. I think it's better if I box this. Okay, let us continue. So from here, in a bracket, 2 minus 3p square minus with 4 in a bracket 1 times with 4 more than 0. Okay, so this 2 minus 3p square we're going to expand in. So from here you should get 4 minus 12p plus with 9p square. Okay, let me erase this. Okay, let me write it properly. 9p square minus 16 more than 0. Okay, so let me continue my working over here. So from here, 4 minus 16 you should get is negative 12. Okay, this negative 12p and 9p square remain the same. So from here you write in terms of the general form of the quadratic equation. So 9p square minus 12p plus with 12, sorry, it should be minus 12 more than 0. Okay, so for the next step, what you do, you simplify this whole quadratic equation by 3. You divide the whole equation by 3. So from here you get 3p square minus 4p minus 4 more than 0. Okay, so you calculate this quadratic equation by factoring them out. So from here 3p plus 2 and p minus 2 more than 0. Okay, so we are very close to our final answer. So for the next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sketch the graph. Okay, the quadratic curve. Okay, so let me draw a line over here. Okay, please hold on, guys. Alright, superb. Okay, so we write our first root here, negative, oops, wrong thickness. Negative 2 over 3. Okay, and our second root here is 2. Okay, since it indicates more than 0, so what you do, you shade the outside region of the graph, which is over here. Okay, don't lag. Okay, so from here your final answer should be p is less than negative 2 over 3, or p should be more than 2. Okay, so this is your condition, guys, for your p. So let me underline this. Okay, so that is all for the step-by-step working and solution for this question. I hope that you understand the full working that I've shown to you. If you like this video, please give your thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. And also not to forget to share this video. Thank you everyone for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.